Okay. Oh, I'm live. This is Celeste of Astrology by Celeste going live on YouTube. Yeah. So if you're watching, this is just ad hoc. I didn't announce this or anything. If you're watching live, you can ask me any questions, but I'm just here to talk a little bit about Virgo season, which starts today. So, Leo season has been quite a lot. We had the big Mars Uranus North Node conjunction that happened July 31st and August 1st. So, everyone in some place in in your own life, you may be with Mars can stimulate you to take action. It can also feel like an attack. It can also be, someone up to no good around you, but hopefully it was just pushing you. Mars and Taurus was just pushing you to make money moves or something like that, or ma- take steps to manifest in your own life. And Uranus, hopefully for you, was just some big insights coming in for you. But for some people, it was a break in some way or a big upset and whatnot, but they were conjunct the North Node, so pulling us in the destiny that we're going towards. On the big scale, we saw Nancy Pelosi went to Taiwan, Mars, Uranus, like that action. It wasn't announced, it wasn't on her calendar to the North Node. Has really escalated tensions with between China and their aggressive desires to have more of an impact on Taiwan. And I talked about that extensively on my Instagram, as well as if you purchased my Aquarius full moon, I talked about that. You can go to the link in my bio if you want access to that. It's only $12. Yes, yes. So, yeah, so that was a big thing. Anne Heche in that horrific car accident where she, you know, drove very recklessly into someone's home and it burst into flames and her car, and she ultimately died. That conjunction was in a quincunx to her ascendant at 19 Libra. So this all happened at 18 Taurus in a quincunx to her ascendant at 19 Libra. And yeah, that was very tragic. So we've seen a lot of people driving recklessly, and that may not change because Mars has entered the sign of Gemini and will be there for until next March. So I really encourage people to drive defensively, drive carefully, move through the world carefully, because people are acting a bit reckless. And yeah, I've seen a lot of things around that. Yeah, another thing was the big climate change bill. It's called the Inflation Reduction Act, but it's the biggest, most sweeping actions taken to have some efforts around climate change was signed into law last week. And Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus rules our resource, and the earth is one of our most precious resources. We are seeing again and again these extreme events, weather events. Like, who ever heard of a bomb cyclone before a few years ago? And now there's places flooding, like Las Vegas streets being flooded. There was floods in Texas. There's there's a lot of extreme weather going on all over the world. So, Mars taking action to make big changes to affect climate change is also, something that was that Mars Uranus North Node. And yeah, there were lots of other stories. So think about, what was the story in your own life? Today, Mercury is trine Pluto. So think about, maybe if you didn't know the story, it'll become revealed to you today. If you really take some time to think about it, look at maybe your chart, see where 18 Taurus is, what planets it's talking to in your natal chart. And yeah, you can do that. So, yeah, so I just want to talk a little bit about Virgo season. Virgo is mutable earth energy. It's a great time to think about how you want to bring order to chaos in your own life. What are your routines and rituals, and how do they support you? Things like that are great for Virgo season. And also, just to let you know, Virgo season is also a great time to go back to school. And I am having 4 free moon mastery webinars where we meet on Zoom, and then I'll teach about a topic, and then I'll do hot takes on people's readings so people can bring their birth information, and I'll do some demonstrations of the astrology for them related to the topic I'm talking about, as well as sometimes just any questions people have. So the first one is going to be the power of the moon, talking about how important the moon is in astrology, not just your natal chart, but the transiting moon, as well as the moon phases. And then that will be on August 30th. And then on September 4th, I'll do celestial insights on your moon story. So that'll be more focused on the natal moon and showing, I'll do a lot of hot takes on people's charts on that one. And then September 6th, manifesting with the moon cycles, talking about how important working with these phases can be for bringing things into your life, for manifesting abundance or whatever your goals are. And then September 11th will be Ask Celeste Anything, where you can ask me anything about your chart or astrology or what have you, or just pull a card for you or whatnot. So, and then Moon Mastery, the class, which is my signature class. It's a 6-week class, Moon Mastery 101, and Moon Mastery 201 is another 6-week class where you'll be able to sign up for one or both or whatever, and learn how to use my framework in order to manifest in your own life, as well as get a deeper understanding of your subconscious and your emotional reactivity. Really help understand what's going on in your inner world so that you can have a better, more vibrant life and live healthier and happier. Okay. I'm going to pull some cards about Virgo season. There's going to be a real release of the tough energies because Virgo is an earth sign, so it's in a trine with the sun will trine both Uranus and Taurus and Pluto and Capricorn. So the trines are the soft energies. There can be more ease and flow with trines. So yeah, I think there's going to be a release of some of the difficult stuff. Now, Uranus is stationing this week. So it's a good idea to, do any upgrades on your devices that need to be done. There can be some hiccups with technology with that. Review your earthquake plan or disaster plan. These things can happen when Uranus stations to go retrograde. So think about that. Plus with Mars in Gemini, cyber attacks. So really, if your password is your kid's middle name and your birthday, it's really time to update that because Mars is going to go retrograde in Gemini, and there could be a lot of problems with cybersecurity and whatnot. So take care of that. Mercury is going to go retrograde. So on September 9th to October 2nd, on September 9th at 9 degrees of Virgo, it's going to go retrograde back to 24 degrees. Wait, let me repeat. September 9th at 9 degrees of Libra, Mercury is going to stop and go retrograde back to 24 Virgo on October 2nd. And then, so anyway, Mercury retrograde is a time where there can be mix-ups, mishaps with scheduling and communication. Your ghosts may come back, somebody, especially relationships, Mercury and Virgo retrograde, somebody, baby, please, all that kind of stuff back in your DMs. Yes, or your email or text. So just keep that in mind. Decisions made maybe have a reversal. It's not a great time to buy a house or sign big paperwork because there can be errors. So just double check, triple check things. It's a time to slow down, revise, revisit, and review things for the best success. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 cards to think about for Virgo season. I'm using the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck by Alberto Valondo and Colette Baron Reed. And Let's see. Three things to think about for this Virgo season where we can really take a look at our routines and rituals. Let me see. There's a comment here. Hi, Manasa. So nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. I'm just talking a little bit about Virgo season. Yes, yes. And I'm having four free events, Moon Mastery webinars. You can go to the link in my bio. I'll go to my website, astrologybyceleste.com, and sign up if interested. Yes, yes. And now I'm going to pull three cards. Virgo season, this mutable earth energy is a great time to separate the wheat from the chaff. So think, oh, you're a Virgo sun, so you're going to be having a birthday. Wonderful. Yeah. And like if their habits, routines, it's a great time to focus on health, a great time to clean up your daily life, make sure you're getting enough sleep and stuff, adding in routines and rituals to support yourself. Yeah, a new exercise program is great for Virgo season. The new moon is going to be on Saturday, the 27th of August at 4 degrees of Virgo. Okay, let me pull these three cards. Let's see. Ah, I love this. Okay. So the first card I pulled is Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic. And this is so great because Mercury, the planet of communication, rules the sign of Virgo, and it's currently in Virgo. You know, Mercury is never more than one sign ahead or behind of the sun because it travels so close to the sun. But this is a call to, razor sharp thinking. Yeah, and be confident that the actions you take, a sword can be decisive. It can cut, but it also, can protect, and yeah, I love this. So think about making clear decisions on how you want to move forward to manifest what you want, separating the wheat from the chaff. So if you have habits like spending too much time on social media or eating too much sugar or drinking too much wine or whatever, or vodka or whatever, tequila, yeah, you can think about changing those habits. Now, straddling worlds is the next card. I hope you can see that. I don't know if you can see that well, but it says wandering between realms. That's really interesting because there is, like, we're between eclipse seasons, the times of great beginnings and endings. Yes, not everybody knows their story yet of what the Mars Uranus North Node pileup means for them. But yeah, there is the sense of, we're kind of in the in between space in some ways. So think about that. Yeah. And Virgo, yeah, it's mutable energy. There's kind of a sense of in between seasons and being okay with the fact that, we may not know exactly where we're going to end up, and being okay with having not knowing everything as it is. But the last card is Caterpillar, and this is opportunity. So think about how you can shed old skin. I also think of this like the butterfly, changing into the butterfly. It's an uncomfortable evolution and transformation, but there are opportunities that come when you let go of what is no longer serving you, and that's perfect for Virgo season. Using the sword to separate the wheat from the chaff, you'll be between worlds for some point, and then you'll get to the other side, and there'll be these opportunities for you. So think about that with this Virgo season. So I hope this is helpful. I hope to see people in my, I don't spend enough time on YouTube because there's just what a big, but I hope to see people in the webinars, the Moon Mastery webinars. They're free, they're fun, fantastic, and you may get a chance for a natal reading, a hot takes on your natal chart from me. So have a beautiful day. Happy Virgo season. It starts tonight at 8:35, I think, p.m. Pacific time. So yes, enjoy.